สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome to Hot Thai Kitchen. So lately, I've been getting tired of my usual breakfast routine, so I was looking for some new ideas, and I was reminded of this dish that's very popular in the northeastern part of Thailand, and it's called kai gratha. Kai is eggs, and grata is pan. So they're eggs that's cooked and served in a tiny little pan. It's so cute, and it's actually a dish that I believe originally came to Thailand from Vietnam. So if you're from Vietnam, you might have something similar. And if you do the prep in advance, it'll actually take you minutes to put together in the morning, so it's perfect. So let's get started. So first I'm going to just prep my proteins, and this is the part you want to do in advance. So comes morning of, you just assemble. So I've got here some Chinese sausage or lap chung. That's what it's called in Cantonese. And you can find this at any Chinese grocery store. This one is pork and chicken. You can get one that's just pork. There's also a liver one. So whichever one you like. It's a little bit sweet and it's got a firm texture much like salami. And in Thai, this is called kun chiang. Now, since I said this is a Vietnamese influenced dish, we're gonna use Vietnamese ham. So I've talked about this before in my banh mi episode. This is chả lúa, or in Thai, mu yaw. And you can find this also at any Chinese grocery store. So good. We make this into a salad. We put this in noodle soups. Now, my third protein is what I would consider the most important one. So if you just have one thing, this would be it. And that is seasoned ground pork. If you don't eat pork, ground chicken or ground beef will do just fine. Adds a little texture. So I am going to add some oyster sauce to my ground pork here. And also some Maggi seasoning. Now, I love using Maggi on my eggs for breakfast, so that's why I wanted to add the Maggi in the pork. Now, what is Maggi, you ask? If you don't know, you must try it. So this is a type of seasoning sauce, so a type of soy sauce basically, but it's got sort of a flavor similar to the Golden Mountain sauce that I use a lot, but also different. It's a classic sauce to put on eggs in the morning. And that's it. I like to keep the seasoning simple. I mean, it's breakfast. You don't want to make it complicated. If you've got time, you can grate a little clove of garlic in there if you want. Put some white pepper or black pepper. Up to you. Now, if you've been following me, you know that I like to add a little sugar to balance the salt, but in this case, the kun chiang and mu yaw are already quite sweet, so I'm not going to need to add any sugar. So if you're using other kinds of sausages that are not sweet, you may want to add just a touch of sugar to this, and it'll help balance everything out nicely. All right, so I'm just going to sear off some meat so that I get some browning on it. And again, if you want to have this ready for like a weekday morning, I would do this ahead of time, get a nice browning on it, and then on the day, just pop it in the microwave for 30 seconds. Okay, and because there's sugar in these, it'll brown quite quickly, so keep an eye on it. Now this looks perfect. Okay, and now I'm going to just cook off my pork, and if you don't want to add any more oil, you can ruan it the way I ruan pork for lap, and that's just using water. Woo! The point of the water is just to lubricate the pan, prevent the pork from sticking. You don't want to, boil the pork away. All right, I'm happy with that. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to toss in some green onions just for some freshness. And that is it. All right, so the most important part about making kai gratha is finding the right gratha for your kai, okay? So this dish is served in the pan that it's cooked in. So you want a pan that's just big enough to fit 2 eggs. So if you put 2 eggs in here, it'll fill the pan completely. If you want 3 eggs, then obviously you can go a little bigger. Now, if you don't have a pan like this, you can just use a small saute pan, non-stick pan, and then you just have to slide it out and serve it on a regular plate. But this is kind of nice and has an authentic feel to it. So I'm gonna heat this up. So for this, I want low heat because I don't want the bottom of the eggs to burn, so medium low. But with this particular pan, because it's not non-stick, in order to prevent the eggs from sticking, I want to heat the pan until it's hot first before I add my ingredients. To test whether it's hot enough, what I do is I just sprinkle a little water. It's not hot enough yet. What you're looking for is for the water to become little balls just running around in the pan. That's when you know it's hot enough. Okay, that's perfect. See how when I sprinkle. The water's like running around in little balls. Perfect. So I'm gonna let that dry and then add my butter. Yes, you want butter for this. The butter goes in, the butter should start to sizzle. Yes, it's a lot of butter. That's why it's good. Once the butter is melted, I'm going in with my 2 eggs right away. There we go. And you see how the eggs just sort of fill the pan up nicely. By the way, the pan is 16 centimeter in diameter. Perfect for 2 eggs. And now I'm just gonna lay down my toppings. Now, you're gonna also need a lid that fits nicely on top. And I'm gonna let the eggs steam until the whites are completely done. And then the yolks, it's just up to you how done or how runny you want it. And it takes just a couple of minutes from this point on. See how quick that was? Check this out! And the butter has browned just slightly. Be careful, it burns quick. But then if you let it brown like I did, you get that browned butter flavor, which is extra nutty. And then I'm just gonna finish it off with a sprinkle of white pepper, obviously. Nice, a little subtle heat to go on top. If you want a little extra greenery, you can top it off with some more green onions. Oh, yes. Look how cute that is. So typically, this dish will also have some bread to come with it. If you want, you can put some sriracha on, some ketchup on, a little extra Maggi, but I'm gonna try it as is. Oh, the egg is perfect. It's so perfect. Make sure I get some pork. And make sure I pull some sausage from this side. And see how the egg doesn't stick to the pan at all? That's because we heated the pan to the right amount. Dip the bread in the egg. So good. The egg is nice and creamy. Pork is super flavorful. I love the flavor of Maggi with egg. And the egg is browned on the edges. That's how Thai people love our eggs, so it creates a nice texture. And the lapchung, the Chinese sausage, is nice and sweet and chewy, balances everything out. Wow. There is no better way to start the day. And as you can see, if you get all the prep in advance, the actual cooking time takes just a few minutes, as quickly as you can put your toast in the toaster. So I hope you give it a try. The recipe, as always, will be on hotthaikitchen.com. When you make it, send me a photo on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, and I will see you next time for your next delicious Thai meal. สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome to Hot Thai Kitchen. Today I am going to make breakfast.